Oh man, so I got an exclusive story for y'all today, man. And for my music lovers, the people that really love music, the ins and outs, backgrounds and all that stuff, y'all gonna enjoy this for sure. But so Wiz Khalifa man is under legal pressure as he's being accused for stealing the beat for his hit single, We Them Boyz. Now, although Wiz is being held responsible because it's his song, the person who's mainly being blamed is the producer of the track, Detail, who's known for his production on hit singles such as Beyonce's Drunken Love or Lil Wayne's How to Love. Now, the plaintiff, who was a producer by the name of Monty Mont, said that he approached Detail in Miami at Ace Hood's music video shoot for Bugatti. And in hopes of networking, he handed that boy Detail a USB that featured his beats on that thing. Now, one of those beats happened to sound like this right here. Now, as time passed, he didn't hear anything back from Detail, but he did hear this right here on the radio. Wiz Khalifa released a single called We Them Boyz, and the beat sounded something like this right here.
We the boys. Holla, holla.
Okay, so once again, let me play Monty Mont's beat so y'all can go ahead and compare the two. Alright, so let's keep it G, let's keep it G. If you know music, you know, and you know production. Although We Them Boyz official beat has different elements in there, the melody, them strings, very similar, my boy. Very, very similar to that shit sounds similar. No, as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and throw Wiz Khalifa's vocals on top of Monty Mont's beat and see what we can find.
Holla, we them boys. Holla, we them boys.
Alright, stop right there so I don't get hit with a copyright strike. I don't want to get a copyright infringement, but I ain't gonna lie, my boy. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's the same vibe, same rhythm, basically sound the same BPM. I didn't adjust any BPM. All I did was line everything up. I didn't have to go into no Pro Tools or nothing. This is just Premiere Pro. I didn't change any pitches or nothing. So it's just basic bare minimum stuff. So yes, the pitch is different. The drums are different, everything, but same rhythm, same bass melody, but a different pitch. So what producers can do, they can hear a melody and say, I like that melody. Let me go ahead and find the instrument that I want and go ahead and replicate that melody, just play the same notes. Give me the same BPM, give me the same tempo. And that's called an interpolation because they didn't sample the beat. All they did was just listen and replayed it with their own music or instruments. And that's what it sounds like Detail did, allegedly. Allegedly, alright? But Detail, my boy, you got some explaining to do. But speaking of, since October of 2023, Monty Mont's legal team has been in contact with Atlantic Records, Warner Music Group, and the producer Detail. They've been trying to figure out a way to fix this issue. They had a total agreement, but since then, that shit has expired and Monty Mont won his goddamn coins. I have some of the conversation between these two parties, okay? Check me out. So this letter was typed up from the office of Eric Lauritsen, who's actually known for helping Nicki Minaj win her fair use lawsuit against the legendary musician Tracy Chapman. So the same dude that helped Nicki Minaj win that lawsuit is on Monty Mont's side, sending out these letters to Warner Music Group, Jeff Allen, all right? So let's read this right here. So replies Jermont Wilcher, We Them Boyz. Jermont Wilcher is Monty Mont, all right? So dear Mr. Allen, I write to provide a summary of the state of claims of my client Jermont Wilcher against Atlantic, Cameron Jabril Thomas, PKA Wiz Khalifa, Noel Fisher, PKA, Detail, and affiliated persons and entities at the conclusion of the tolling period to which the parties agreed and to propose a possible path to resolution. The facts, okay. As I stated when I first contacted your colleagues on October 13, 2023, the instrumental beat that Mr. Wilcher posted to his YouTube channel on February 4th, 2013 is strikingly similar to the one contained in the track We Them Boyz by Wiz Khalifa, which Atlantic released on or around February 11, 2014. The sheer extent of the similarities belies the notion that they arose by coincidence, but so does the fact that Mr. Wilcher and his friend distributed USB drives containing his beat to those present at at the shoot for the music video for Bugatti by the artist Ace Hood about a year before We Them Boyz came out. And the fact that Detail, the credited producer for We Them Boyz, was among those in attendance at that shoot. So Mr. Wiltshire claims are supported by hard evidence. His YouTube posting is time-stamped. The We Them Boyz release date can be verified, and the plethora of resources and the circumstances of the Bugatti's shoot are the subject of a sworn declaration from Mr. Wiltshire's friend. Of course, Mr. Wiltshire's own testimony will corroborate all of this as well. Unsurprisingly, therefore, neither Atlantic nor Wiz Khalifa nor Detail disputed any of the claims above at any time over the course of the tolling period. Without limitation, no one ever contested that Mr. Wiltshire's instrumental and the We Them Boyz instrumental were strikingly similar to one another, or that Detail was in attendance at the Bugatti video shoot, a fact that Mr. Wiltshire would not have been able to deduce from any known public records, as Detail had no credited role on that track. So basically what it's saying right here is that the only way Monty Mont could have known that Detail was at the shoot if he was there at the goddamn shoot. So that's how he knew he was there. And Detail ain't say I wasn't there because he was there, goddamn. So rather than Atlantic and Wiz Khalifa look to Detail to rebut or otherwise respond to Mr. Wiltshire's claim, Detail simply provided a contrary narrative as to the creation of the We Them Boyz instrumental that, suffice it to say, did not possess the same evidentiary support. So peep this. Detail's story was that a third party, Kimyon Cooks, produced the entire instrumental used in We Them Boyz in July of 2012 without Detail's involvement. This claim is facially dubious given that Mr. Cooks' writing split in the composition is just 25%, with Detail himself receiving the other half of the 50% share traditionally afforded to the producers of hip-hop tracks such as We Them Boyz. Detail did not provide an explanation for this threshold problem with his story. So basically what Detail said is, I ghost produced the song. It wasn't even me, it was my little homie Kimyon Cooks. I just took credit for it, but the lawyer saying if someone else produced most of the song, then why the hell are you getting most of the money? So the lawyer saying sounds like a lie to me. I don't know. What y'all think? So it continues to say, were it otherwise viable, Detail's theory will make the date of creation of the allegedly infringing elements of We Them Boyz the key inquiry, i.e. if Detail could prove they were created before the Bugatti shoot, Mr. Wiltshire's theory will be disproven, okay? Theoretically, the date of the allegedly infringing elements creation could be easily proven via the metadata for the applicable stems. So basically what they're saying, if they could just provide the breakdown, the session file, or the Fruity Loops file, whatever, of when this beat was actually created, and it was done before the music video shoot or whatever, if they could do that, then Monty Mont's claim just thrown out. He don't have no story. And also metadata. Metadata is how a lot of motherfuckers get caught up with a lot of damn shit. If you know, you know. But metadata is basically like a stamp. It's a stamp of information and details and data. Whenever you create a file, it shows you where it originated. Sometimes it tell you the date and location of where something originated, the time and everything. That's the metadata. With cameras, they'll show you the lens that a photo was shot on, the aperture, the ISO. All these different things is written into the metadata of a photo. Or a actual file, like I said before, a music file will show you the actual date that it was created, and it'll show you the hertz and everything. It'll show you all those things to let you know that this is the original file or whatever. You're gonna have the purest of everything on that motherfucker. But I hope y'all understood that. So let's continue. So it says, but tellingly, Detail never provided metadata backing up his claims. Indeed, the only STEM-related metadata that Detail provided appeared in a homemade video from an unidentified individual that fixated on dates in November 2013, long after the Bugatti shoot. Detail also provided screenshots purporting to show that work on what became the We Them Boyz instrumental as a whole began in July 2012. But the screenshots do not show when the allegedly infringing elements were added to that instrumental. Similarly, unveiling is Detail's reference to another track allegedly produced by Mr. Cooks in April 2012, as despite Detail's grasping characterizations, the track simply does not bear the same melody or other elements that characterize both Mr. Wiltshire's work and We Them Boyz. At the bottom, Detail's apparent reliance upon the weak evidence that he has provided compels compels the conclusion that he is unable to meet Mr. Wiltshire's anticipated showing, which raises the possibility of summary judgment in Mr. Wiltshire's favor. At best, Detail, who appears to be a convicted violent felon, may be able to muster a he said question of a fact Mr. Wiltshire for resolution by a jury. So then at the end it says opportunity for resolution. So it says Mr. Wiltshire obviously has not obtained satisfaction in regards to his claims from Detail during the tolling period. Unfortunately, this is hardly surprising, as Detail stated to me outright in a telephone conference on which both he and his counsel were present on January 19th, 2024, that he did not care if Wiz Khalifa and or Atlantic got sued in relation to this matter. The call was recorded as Detail was joining from a prison telephone. To the extent Detail's indifference wins the day, Mr. Wiltshire will have no choice but to pursue this matter in court, and we are currently making preparations to do so without further notice. Before focusing our attention on that, however, I wanted to inquire as to whether, in light of everything set forth herein, Atlantic was in a position, contractually or otherwise, to resolve Mr. Wiltshire's claims without Detail's cooperation and recoup any amounts paid from future earnings otherwise payable to Detail. I recognize that the feasibility of this approach depends on the multiple uncertain elements, including the terms of the relevant indemnification provisions and the amount of the track's earnings during and after the limitations period. If there is a potential path here, however, I will be happy to discuss it before resorting to the courts. To that end, I will wait your response to this letter for 1 week before taking further action on this matter. Should you wish to discuss this matter by phone, in the meantime, I will remain available at the number set forth at the top of this letter. Please note that none of the foregoing should be construed as an admission, waiver, or complete statement of my client's rights, all which are reserved. Signed, sincerely, Eric Lauritsen. Alright, so as of now, like I heard, man, the tolling period has expired and Monty Mont is prepared to go to court and sue for compensation and trying to get whatever's supposed to go to Detail, give it to me. Now, my thoughts on the situation is that it's crazy that these type of things happen ever so often in the entertainment industry. It's hard to deny that melody for those beats aren't similar, you know? Like, let's hear them again, bro.
We the boys. Holla, holla.
All right. Now, when you combine the story about Detail and Mont meeting months before and this beat comes out, that right there just sounds like a huge coincidence. Now, you guys let me know what you think. And also, any question that you may have, let me know, because I'm sure Mont isn't afraid to address anything because he wants to share a story to be a cautionary tale for any other young producers out there that's on their grind, you know. The game is the game. And it's a dirty one at that. So stay clean, my brothers, or get dirty too. I don't got it now, no. Doggy dog world, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. I'm going to get up out of here though. This is another update with Stace. Yo.